I'm here for a couple of reasons today. First of all, it's my opportunity to say thank you to a great organization for really shaping my life, my character, and helping me get off on the right foot. I'm going to talk a little bit about Larry Hayes and Lubbock Christian here in just a moment, but it is an opportunity for me to express my gratitude for what you do. And I sat my parents down, I said, I think I want to go to Lubbock Christian. And my dad said, well, what kind of scholarship are they going to give you? And I said, I don't think we talked about scholarships. He said, well, tell me about their facilities. Got a nice stadium? Actually, they don't have a stadium. And I could tell the anxiety level was getting higher with my dad, so my mom intervened, as she has done for 60 years in their marriage. And she said, well, why do you want to go to Lubbock Christian? I said, because I think Larry Hayes cares more about me as a person than a baseball player. And she said, then you should go to Lubbock Christian. And that in and of itself, in my view, sets the NAIA apart, because it is precisely what I just said that makes you a unique organization. And for that, I have enormous gratitude to all of you. Great business we're in today, and these lessons that we're going to touch on here and sort of recapping, they're as true in the supermarket business as they are on the baseball field and everywhere in between. So here are the lessons. The first lesson that I'd leave you with is that everything rises or falls based on leadership. I'm absolutely convinced of that. I think it's a biblical principle. I think that history has proven it time and again. It is a choice, this idea of leadership, right? It's not necessarily a position or a title. It is a choice. And when we choose, regardless of our title or where we may be in life along that journey, when we choose to influence people in a positive way, we are doing good, because we are demonstrating powerful leadership. The second leadership lesson I would leave you with is that people follow your actions more than your words. You see, Larry Hayes had talked to me about all of those wonderful things, but you know what? In the 4 years that I was there, his actions were aligned with his words. He did care about me more as a person than just a baseball player. The third takeaway is one that I think Larry in particular embodied, and that's the spirit of humility. We don't have a lot of that in this country anymore, sadly, especially in business. The great historian Arnold Toynbee, who spent his entire life studying civilizations and institutions, had this to say. He said, I can sum up my whole life's work with 4 words. Nothing fails like success. The fourth takeaway is that the future can be created, not simply experienced or endured. Now, as educators and administrators, folks that have been around young people, I would hope that you really understand that. I guarantee you, standing in that cornfield with Larry Hayes, he got it. He was creating a future for LCU. I didn't quite get it, but he did. The future can be created, not simply experienced or endured. You look at the situation that the NAIA is in today. You've got all of these wonderful student athletes who will graduate and go on to be leaders in their communities, leaders in their industry. It's a powerful, powerful message. You are changing the future by devoting your life to the sort of selflessness that you're engaged in day to day. I doubt any of you are doing it for the money, right? You're doing it because there's a higher purpose. And I'm living proof of it. And then finally, and perhaps the most important, relationships are the only currency that really matter. People matter. You see, there's something deeper here. There's something more compelling for all of you to think on. There's a lot of distractions, clearly. But don't be confused by your purpose. This vision, the uniqueness of this organization, is powerful. It changes lives in ways that, frankly, I'm not sure it can be changed elsewhere. So as I stand here today, I guess in a way I'm that champion of your marketing department. Because my experience was so rich, so meaningful, that whenever I have a chance to talk to another student athlete, I always encourage them to look at the NAIA. Because there's so many experiences that you might not get a chance to partake in a much larger school. So I celebrate not only the 60,000 plus reasons, but I celebrate the fact that you have a higher purpose and you recognize it. Keep up the great work, and I wish you the best in this next year. Thank you very much.
Well, I want to thank Dan for those great words. Perfect message for us as we continue on with the convention. It really shows us what one person, in this case Larry Hayes, can do if we, as Dan said, get behind a higher purpose. And I know all of you out there in the NAIA are doing that. Those of you who aren't coaches or have an influence over your coaches to continue that calling of the NAIA.